Wow. Oh, hey everyone, it's me, Miss Annie, and I'm standing in front of a huge organic shape collage made by the artist named Henri Matisse. And for those of you who don't know, Henri Matisse was a French artist who lived from 1869 all the way till 1954. And he had a long career of creating all different types of artworks. In fact, Henri Matisse started painting in 1894 when he was about 25 years old. And during that time, a lot of artists painted very serious, very realistic artworks that looked like things in real life. However, around 1900, Henri Matisse and his friends went wild and they started painting paintings with very bright, super unrealistic colors. Now, the art critics of his time were shocked by these paintings, and they started saying that these artists like Henri Matisse who were painting these brightly colored paintings were fauves, which translated to wild beasts. Can you imagine? So Henri Matisse started the movement of fauvism, and you can tell of fauvist paintings because of their super bright colors, very unrealistic colors, and then later started using a lot of patterns. Now, around 1941, when Henri Matisse was much, much older and towards the end of his life, unfortunately, Henri Matisse developed abdominal cancer and he was bound to a wheelchair. So unfortunately, he couldn't use his body to paint in the same way. But did that stop Henri Matisse? No way. So around 1954, instead of painting, he started to develop a new style of artwork that he called cutouts. And these cutouts used a lot of organic shapes. Remember, organic shapes being those shapes that are so weird and wibble wobbly that they don't have specific characteristics or names. And the way that Henri Matisse created these cutouts was that instead of using paint, he used scissors and paper and glue. That's right, he was making collages. And collage is when an artist uses different materials, cuts it up, and glues it together to create their artwork. So do you want to go into the art history time machine back to 1941 and visit Henri Matisse in his studio making these cutouts? You do? Awesome. Let's get the time machine. All right, friends, here's the time machine. Let me punch in the date 1941 to go to Henri Matisse's studio. Ready? 1941. All right, buckle up, here we go. All right, here we are in 1941 in Henri Matisse's art studio. And notice how Henri Matisse has humongous scissors and he's carefully cutting out different colored papers in all different types of shapes to create his organic shape cutout collage. Look at that wibble wobble shape that he has created out of paper. Now, once he has cut out his organic shapes, he's going to use glue and arrange it on another sheet of paper to create his collage composition. Look at all those organic shapes. Incredible.
Ah, bonjour les enfants. It is I, Henri Matisse. Welcome to my studio. Now, I am making organic shape cutouts. Would you like to make one yourself? You would? Well, let Miss Annie show you how.
Today we're going to be making an organic shape cutout collage inspired by the artist Henri Matisse. And remember, we are going to be using organic shapes. And organic shapes are shapes that are so weird and wibble wobbly that they don't have certain characteristics or a specific name other than organic. And remember, shape is very important in art. In fact, shape is the second element of art. So we're going to be using organic shapes to create our organic shape cutout. What you're going to need for this project is at least 4 sheets of different colored papers. You're also going to need a white piece of paper as your base, as well as a pair of scissors, some sort of black marker. If you don't have a black marker, you can use a pencil, and of course a glue stick to glue our shapes on our white paper. Okay, once you have these items, let's get started on creating our first organic shapes. So what you're going to need is first take out 2 sheets of your colored pieces of paper, and you are going to stack them one on top of the other and hold them both together. Then take your pincher, pinch both sheets of paper at the top and pinch both sheets of paper at the bottom. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold both sheets of paper down, meeting one pincher down to the other, lining it up, and folding both sheets of paper in half, giving it a nice massagey and crease. Then what you're going to do is you're going to open those 2 sheets of paper back up. Notice how I have a fold down the middle. Then what you're going to do is take your pinchers and pinch both sheets of paper on both sides. Then you're going to fold it in half side to side, bringing one pincher to the other and crease, giving a nice massagey crease. Then once you have that fold, open it back up. Your 2 sheets of paper should have a vertical line fold and a horizontal line fold, almost like a plus sign. What you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors, make sure your thumb is in the small hole on top, the other fingers are in the larger hole on bottom, and you are going to cut along these folds so that we have 4 separate piles of these pieces of paper. So let's take our scissors and cut along that vertical line fold. Make sure you're holding on to both sheets of paper and cutting both sheets of paper at the same time. See that? Now that we've cut both sheets of paper in half vertically, let's cut along this horizontal fold. So go ahead, take your scissors and cut along that horizontal fold. And we can pile up these pieces of paper once we've cut them out. Okay, one more time. Cut along that horizontal fold. Great. Now we should have a stack of our pieces of paper to be these smaller rectangular shapes. And we're gonna put those off to the side. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our other 2 sheets of colored paper and we're gonna do the same thing. So let's stack them one on top of the other. Put your top pincher holding both sheets of paper at the top, your bottom pincher at the bottom, holding both sheets. Take your top pincher, fold it down to meet the bottom pincher, and press and crease. Massagey to get that nice crease. Let's open it back up. We should have that horizontal fold. Then you're going to take your pinchers, put one pincher on either side, and then you are going to fold it in half from side to side, bringing that side pincher over to the other side pincher, and press and crease. Awesome. Let's open both those sheets back up. There we have our plus sign fold. Let's take our scissors and let's cut along the folds. So cutting vertically along that vertical fold, cutting both sheets in half this way, holding onto the sheets together again and cutting that horizontal fold. Keeping them together. Let's do it one last time across that horizontal fold. Awesome. Okay, great. Now we have a whole stack of our colored sheets of paper and a smaller rectangle shape. Okay, next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out that white piece of paper and we're gonna lay it down in portrait orientation, meaning it's tall and skinny, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our first sheet of colored paper. We're going to have it also be long and tall in portrait orientation, and then we're gonna have our pinchers on either side, and we are gonna fold that colored piece of paper in half so that it is really long and tall and skinny. We would call this like a hot dog fold. So now that it is long and tall, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get out your marker or pencil, whatever you would want, and you're gonna first make 2 dots on the side that has the fold on top and bottom. So this is my side with the fold. I'm gonna make a dot at the top corner and a dot at the bottom corner. Then what I'm gonna do is on the other side, the side that is not folded, I'm gonna make 2 dots, one that is further down from the top, right there, and then one that is a little bit above the bottom, right there. So we should have 2 dots on the side that's folded and 2 dots that is on the side that's not folded. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our marker, and what we are going to do is we're gonna make a wavy line that waves out, in and out, and then meets that dot on the other side. So let's try it. Curve out, curve down, curve out, and meet that dot. Very good. Almost looks like a letter S. Okay. Then what we're going to do is draw another letter S that hits this second dot on the side. So let's curve out and in and out, and we hit that other dot. Let's now draw another letter S coming from this dot to our last one on the other side. So curve out, in, and out. Nice job. So now we have this big wavy line on the side of our piece of colored paper, and what we're going to do is we're going to get out our scissors and we're going to cut along this big wavy line. Okay, so you're gonna hold your folded sheet of paper, still hold it so that it's folded, and you're going to just cut along the wavy line. Anytime it curves, what you can do is you can either turn your scissors or you can turn your piece of paper while you are cutting. But let's try to cut along that curved line, cutting all the way on that wavy line. Nice. And notice we even have these extra sort of organic shapes. We're going to keep these to the side because we're also going to use these organic shapes. So let's put those off to the side. But let's take the shape that we have cut out. Let's open it up. Wow. And look at that nice wibble wobble organic shape. Awesome. So we're going to use this. So let's put it off to the side. Let's grab another colored piece of paper. I'm going to use one of my lighter ones, and we're going to do the same thing. Ready? You're going to take your pinchers, fold it in half, crease, dot at the top corner on the fold, dot on the bottom corner on the fold, then 2 dots on the other side, like that, kind of in the middle. Okay, we're going to draw that kind of letter S going out, in, and out. Make another one, out, in, out, and make one more S, out, in, out. Great. Now that we have our wavy line, let's do the same thing. Let's get out our scissors and let's cut along that wavy line. Great. Now that we have cut on that wavy line, remember we're going to keep even the part that we cut off because even this is an organic shape. But also when you open up the other one, notice that this one is as well. So we're going to take those and we're going to put them off to the side. Then let's get out another colored piece of paper. Let's do a different one. This time let's do something a little bit different. Let's take our colored sheet of paper, let's fold it in half again and crease. But this time, let's just draw a wavy line, big wavy line right down the middle. So let's make a dot in the top of the middle and a dot on the bottom in the middle. Okay, and let's make a big curvy wavy line. So curve out, in, out, in, and then meet back up with that bottom dot. You don't want a very small wavy line with a bunch of waves because then it'll be too hard to cut out. So let's make sure that our wavy line is nice and big. And then once you have it, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut along that wavy line. And cutting it all the way through. Awesome. So look, we have some organic shapes here. And if we open it up, we have another organic shape here. Cool, let's put those off to the side and let's do the same thing with our last sheet of paper. So we're gonna take our last sheet of paper, fold it in half in that long and skinny hot dog fold, dot at the top, dot at the bottom, big wavy line, about like 4 lumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And let's cut along that wavy line. Now, your wavy line might look different from mine, and that's okay. Let's just cut along that wavy line, and no matter what shape that comes out, it is most likely going to be an organic shape that you can use in our collage. Now that we have a pile of our cut out organic shapes, we can start gluing them down. So let's get out our glue stick to start gluing these down. Okay, so I have my glue stick. I'm gonna pick out one organic shape. It can be any one of yours. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put glue from my glue stick all on one side of my colored organic shapes. So I'm really going all the way around, fully covering that one side with glue. Then once I have glue on my colored organic shape, I can pick any space on my white piece of paper to glue on my organic shape. And I can glue it vertically, I can glue it horizontally, I can glue it diagonally. It doesn't really matter. But once you pick a space, remember, press down, give it a massagey so it sticks on your paper. Then I'm gonna find another organic shape. Let's take a look at this one. This one's quite different, right? So same thing, I'm gonna get out my glue stick. I'm gonna put glue on the back of my colored organic shape, going all the way around on one side, making sure there's a lot of glue, finding some sort of space and gluing it down. And what's great is that I can even overlap one organic shape even on top of the other. And press, 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 massage, massage. Then I'll grab a different color organic shape and find another space. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna get my glue stick out again. Gonna cover that side with glue and find a space and massage, massage, press down just like that. Awesome. And I'm gonna keep going, finding another organic shape and finding a new space to put it. So I'm gonna put glue on this organic shape that I've created, and maybe I'll put it off to the side, lining up that side with the side of my paper. Beautiful. Now, if your organic shapes go off your page, that's okay, but we're gonna try to keep most of our organic shapes on the page. So maybe I'll go on to this organic shape. I'm gonna put glue on the back. Make sure I'm covering the back fully with the glue from the glue stick. Finding a new space. Press down, massage, massage. Very good. Now I'm just gonna go into warp speed to finish gluing down my other organic shapes. And remember, you can overlap them one on top of the other. So watch how I do it in warp speed. Okay, looks like I glued down all my organic shapes. So remember, there is no one right way to arrange these shapes. You can arrange them however you want. And if you even have more colored sheets of paper, you can keep cutting out and adding more organic shapes of different colors to your collage. All right, well, I can't wait to see yours. Good luck. Well, friends, I hope you had fun creating your own organic shape cutout collage. But now I think it's time we head back. All right, let's get back into that time machine. Ready? Whoa!